Imagine it's a normal Monday morning. You're at work, and suddenly your computer screen flickers and distorts. A message pops up plastered across your monitor like a digital ransom note demanding a huge amount of Bitcoin. The event we're discussing today is the massive ransomware called WannaCry that is crippling hospitals, businesses, and individuals worldwide. And this was just the beginning of a global meltdown. The virus infected over 200,000 computers in almost 150 countries. Businesses grind to a halt as essential data becomes a hostage. The world was on the brink of a digital meltdown. Hospitals were hit particularly hard, their critical medical records locked away. Patients needing emergency care were turned away, and their life-saving treatments were put on hold. But just when things looked bleak, a mysterious hero emerged. A blogger named Malware Tech stumbled upon a kill switch in WannaCry's code. He noticed a useless website address. Curiosity piqued, and he spent a mere $10 to register it. And just like that, all the infected computers were freed. This seemingly insignificant act turned out to be a masterstroke. This story is a wild ride of cyber attacks, heroism, and the dark side of internet fame. Let's dive in. WannaCry was a self-replicating worm, a digital plague designed to spread automatically across networks. Every infected computer became a weapon, searching for vulnerabilities in other machines. It exploited a known weakness in Microsoft Windows software called Eternal Blue, which created a domino effect with WannaCry infecting hundreds of thousands of computers in a matter of hours. The attack didn't discriminate. Hospitals, businesses, and government agencies all fell victim to WannaCry's encryption. In the UK, the National Health Service (NHS) was crippled. Critical medical equipment was locked down. Surgeries were cancelled and ambulances were diverted. And just as the world seemed on the brink of a digital meltdown, a hacker discovered a hidden kill switch in the WannaCry code. This unexpected twist of fate halted the worm's automatic spread, preventing an even greater catastrophe. But how did this cyber attack actually happen? The real story behind WannaCry started on Twitter. The shadow brokers showed up on Twitter and claimed to have hacked the NSA and auctioned off these cyber weapons. Security experts started freaking out because these weren't your average phishing scams. These were weapons-grade hacks designed for nation-on-nation cyber warfare. The shadow brokers, after 8 months of not finding any buyers, decided to dump all the tools online for free. In April 2017, they released an exploit called Eternal Blue, which let hackers take over computers without the user even clicking a thing. The NSA told Microsoft about their products being threatened, and Microsoft released a security patch. But since most organizations are terrible at updating their software, it was only a matter of time before someone used it for something terrible. And that is exactly what happened. Growing up in rural Devon, a 6-year-old Marcus became obsessed with computers, and when he stumbled upon a group of young hackers online sharing their creations, he was hooked. It started simply by hacking school computers to play games like Counter-Strike. By 14, he'd made his first invention, a basic password stealer. In 2009, when his online hangout shut down, he found a new one, hackforums.net, where the hacks were way more advanced. After his initial post failed, Marcus was determined to prove himself, so he spent time learning and building a botnet. He even started a business renting out servers and web hosting to other hackers. But after a year, he got bored. He preferred building his malware. At 16, a mysterious figure named Vinny approached him. Vinny wanted a powerful tool called a rootkit, and Marcus, eager for a bigger challenge, agreed. Vinny paid him in Bitcoin, and the deal was simple. Marcus maintained the tool, and Vinny sold it. Marcus, being a naive kid, complained about the lack of weed in his small town to Vinny. Vinny asked for his address. What arrived on Marcus's 17th birthday wasn't weed, but a showcase of illegal drugs. Vinny used this as leverage and wanted an upgrade for the rootkit, one that could steal bank login info. Marcus refused to work on the new feature, but Vinny blackmailed him. He threatened to expose Marcus to the FBI if he didn't comply. Marcus then agreed to work on the upgrade but refused to write the part that stole info. To cope with college, maintaining the old tool, and working on the new one, Marcus started buying amphetamines online and pulling all-nighters coding. 9 months later, the upgraded tool was done. But Vinny had outsmarted him again. He'd hired another coder to add the missing feature. Marcus was now the creator of a banking Trojan, a tool used to steal money. By June 2014, the tool, now called Kronos, was on the dark web selling for a hefty price. Marcus accidentally lost $5,000. He confessed he was the creator of Kronos and even offered Randy a free copy as a sorry not sorry gift, but it was only a matter of time before Randy got caught and told everything to the feds. Marcus knew he had to quit the amphetamines. A few months later, he was ready to get back into the hacking world, but this time for good. His botnet mapping caught the eye of a cybersecurity company in LA. They wanted him to build a similar system for them. Marcus had a smooth run until the WannaCry attack happened. WannaCry was a complex piece of malware, but Marcus meticulously analyzed it looking for vulnerabilities. While digging through the code, Marcus noticed something strange. The malware included a seemingly useless web address embedded within it. Marcus decided to take a gamble and spent $10 to register the domain name linked in the WannaCry code. And in a crazy turn of events, registering the domain accidentally activated the kill switch hidden within the malware, which stopped WannaCry from spreading further. It was like flipping a giant off switch on a global nightmare. Marcus's discovery gave the authorities and security professionals valuable time to develop solutions to remove WannaCry from infected systems, and he was dubbed the hero hacker. Marcus Hutchins, the quiet hacker with a cat avatar, preferred the shadows, but the reporters were relentless and finally identified him. Since he couldn't escape fame, he embraced it, attending the hacker convention DEF CON in Las Vegas, where he was treated like a legend. However, that didn't last long, as he was detained by the FBI upon his return. The hero who stopped WannaCry was arrested for allegedly creating a banking Trojan called Kronos years ago. When news broke about Marcus getting arrested, the hacking world went ballistic. Nobody knew the real charges, but rumors flew. Soon, the truth came out. The FBI accused him of creating banking malware. All his electronics were taken away and his bank accounts were frozen. He was stuck in jail, possibly for years, waiting for trial. Two cybersecurity pros, Tara Wheeler and Deviant Olam, decided to use their house down payment money to bail him out, as Marcus himself couldn't afford bail. Over the next 2 years, lawyers took his case pro bono and he eventually got internet access again. Hackers donated to a fund so he could live comfortably in LA. The prosecution even offered him a deal, but he refused and went to trial. More charges were added, including lying to the FBI. Things weren't looking good for Marcus. So, on his lawyer's advice, in April 2019, Marcus took a plea deal. He admitted to 2 charges: working with others to commit online fraud and selling a tool that could spy on electronic messages. He apologized for his past mistakes and explained he'd been using his skills for good for a while now. Even though he faced up to 5 years in prison and $250,000 in fines, the judge saw the good and bad in Marcus, the hero and the criminal, sentencing him to time served and a year of probation. Meanwhile, the government finally figured that North Korea was actually behind the WannaCry attack. It's been almost 7 years since the cyber attack, and Marcus is living the dream in Los Angeles, where he even owns an apartment now. He did admit that he missed his hometown Devon in a recent interview. Currently, he's working as a software engineer building security products. Looking ahead, Marcus dreams of financial freedom. He wants cybersecurity to be his hobby again, just like when he started as malware tech. Today, Marcus Hutchins is a rock star in the cybersecurity world. Gone are the days of anonymous blogging. He's a sought-after speaker traveling the globe to share his expertise at conferences. The WannaCry incident, though a wild ride, ultimately propelled him into the spotlight. He uses his skills for good now, educating others and helping organizations fortify their defenses against cyber threats. But the story doesn't end there. Hutchins' experience serves as a stark reminder: the line between hero and villain can be razor thin in the digital realm. So, hit that like button and subscribe for more. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Marcus deserves his hero status?